reading partners. Welcome to Purple Pebble. Today I came with another adventure of Franklin and the New Teacher by Paulette Bergios and Brenda Clark. In this story, Franklin discovers through his new teacher that learning about different places and things can be fun and rewarding. If you like reading with me, be sure to click that subscribe button. Now let's start the story. Franklin had always lived in the same house in the same town. Every day he took the same bus to the same school, and his teacher was Mr. Owl. Franklin liked things to stay the same. Then came the start of the new school year, and things were a little different. At the end of summer holidays, Mr. Owl broke his foot. A supply teacher was coming to take his place. Franklin was worried. "I want Mr. Owl to be my teacher," he told his parents. Then he had an idea. "I think I'll wait for Mr. Owl to come back," he said. Franklin's parents smiled. "You'll be fine," his mother replied. On the first day of school, Franklin moaned and groaned and rubbed his tummy. Said his mother. "Maybe you have a case of new teacheritis." Franklin nodded. "I'd better stay home," he replied. His mother gave him a hug. "You'll feel better as soon as you're with your friends," she said. Franklin's mother was wrong. All of Franklin's friends were worried too. "What if he's big and scary?" asked Snail. "What if he won't let us have snack time?" asked Bear. "What if he gives us too much work?" asked Rabbit. Everyone was quiet as the bus pulled into the schoolyard. At 9 o'clock, the new teacher stepped outside and rang the bell. "Good day," she hollered. "My name is Miss Koala." Everyone was surprised. "He's a she," whispered Franklin. The students filed into the classroom. "You may sit wherever you like," said Miss Koala. Beaver put up her hand. "Franklin and Bear shouldn't sit together," she said. "They talk too much." "But mates want to sit together," replied Miss Koala. "Fair dinkum, school should be fun." Franklin hurried to sit beside Bear. "Why does she talk funny?" whispered Bear. "Because she's not Mr. Owl, that's why," Franklin answered. Miss Koala handed out paper and books, pencils and rulers. "Mr. Owl has left lots of work for us," she said. Then she sighed. "What a ripper day to be stuck inside. When I left down under, it was winter." "Huh," said Franklin. Miss Koala smiled. "Oh," she said, but Franklin didn't know. Neither did anyone else. Miss Koala pointed to the classroom globe. "I am from Australia," she explained. "See, class? Australia's down under from where we are now. We have winter when you have summer." "Why did you leave Australia?" Franklin asked. "I like to try new things," Miss Koala answered. Franklin thought about the same cereal he always ate for breakfast and the same lunch he brought to school every day. Then he thought about Mr. Owl. "I don't," he said. He glared at Miss Koala. "I like everything to stay the same." Said Miss Koala. At recess, Miss Koala followed Franklin outside. "I need your help, mate," she told him. "I think some of the others miss Mr. Owl." Franklin nodded. "They probably think I'm different," she added, "and that I talk funny." Franklin nodded again. Miss Koala continued. "Maybe if they got to know me a bit better, they wouldn't worry so much. Any ideas, mate?" Franklin shook his head. Miss Koala sighed. In a little while, Miss Koala rang the bell. When everyone was in line, she held up a curved piece of polished wood. "Let's stay outside a bit longer," she said, "and I'll show you how to use a boomerang." She led the class to the field. "When you throw a boomerang just right, it circles around and comes back to you, like this." Miss Koala flicked her wrist. "Wow!" everyone exclaimed. The whole class wanted to try, and they did, over and over and over. It's not as easy as it looks, grumbled Beaver. Soon it was Franklin's turn again. He hoped he could do it. Maybe he could show Mr. Owl when he got back. He held his arm up and out to the side and let go. He watched the boomerang sail out across the field. Then he stared in amazement as the boomerang swung back. "Good on you, Franklin!" cried Miss Koala. "You're a true blue Aussie now." Franklin frowned. "I am?" he asked. Back in the classroom, Miss Koala said, "It was time for show and tell." "Mr. Owl says we're too big for show and tell," said Snail. "So we didn't bring anything," added Franklin. "Too bad," said Miss Koala. "Show and tell is a good way to get to know people. Well, let's do some math instead." She started writing on the board. Franklin sat thinking. Slowly he put up his hand. Miss Koala turned around. "Yes, Franklin," she asked. "I was wondering if you could be show and tell," he said. "You could tell us all about Australia." "Bon, Sir Franklin!" exclaimed Miss Koala. "What a great idea!" Franklin grinned. For the rest of the morning, Miss Koala talked about Australia. She showed the class photos of her family and friends. She found a book in the library and showed them pictures of all kinds of things they had never seen before. "Do you like Australia?" asked Franklin. "Fair dinkum," she answered. "Too right." That night over supper, Franklin's parents asked if he liked the new teacher. "Miss Koala," said Franklin. "Fair dinkum. She's from Oz, down under." His parents laughed. "And what about Mr. Owl?" asked his mother. "Do you miss him?" Franklin stopped to think. "A little bit," he said, "but it's okay. I know he'll be back." Then Franklin laughed, just like a boomerang. The end. I hope you have enjoyed the story. Be sure to buy a copy for your home library to support the authors and publishers. Thank you.